y'all, happy Memorial Day. So I have so much going on today with my kids, and like personal stuff, nothing major, but stuff going on. And so I haven't gotten a chance to respond to all of the messages from my post yesterday, about Anxious Anne. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But I do want to make something clear, like, there's no sides to pick. We're creators, and like whether they like me or not is really not my problem, and I don't feel like you all should have to make a choice. Like, we all have free will, and just because I don't like someone or someone doesn't like me doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Whatever you guys do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want anyone to feel obligated or feel like you have to have a sense of loyalty when you like whatever it is that you like. So I just want to put that out there. I also see there's so many crazy things going on right now online. Oh, I thought my nails were dirty, but they're not. And Gypsy's wiling out. But what I think is so interesting is I have a gut feeling that Ryan hasn't responded to her since she did that crash out, which is why she's trying to garner so much attention. I just think it's really interesting that there's so many things going on where there's arguments going on lives, and I don't know, I just feel like they're trying to distract us all from something, and I don't know what it is. I also think that there's so many creators that are so, like, Gypsy has her creators that are like totally against her, and then people that are kind of like in between. And at this point, I really don't understand why anyone would be in between with her. Now, I might be completely wrong. My opinion might be complete BS, but I just think that's odd that people are still like riding the fence about Gypsy when I feel like she has shown who she is. I'm just saying, like, I think that's really odd. And she gets off parole in less than a month. And I am telling you, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That girl about to get into so much trouble, it don't make no damn sense. When I tell you it's not going to make any sense, don't say I never told y'all so, because I said it. I am telling you, this gonna be the crash out of the century. TMZ, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Anyway, y'all, so I'm in my car. I have a couple of minutes, so I'm just basically trying to chop it up with y'all. But also, the Diddy trial starts back tomorrow, baby, and I think things are about to get really crazy, so I feel like y'all need to buckle up. I have a spin a block for y'all, and then I'll be back with some tea that I think I got. Oh, wait, I want you guys to see this video that Christy did. Y'all know Christy hate me so much. I think it's so funny. I'm here for the tea though, chat. I'm here for the tea. Okay. But y'all watch this little video or whatever. Let me know what y'all think, and then we're gonna spin the block.
Hi, my name is Christy Blanchard, and I have been challenged by Ken Euchre to do the Ice Bucket Water Challenge for mental health. And I nominate Tori Spelling. Quickly. Okay. Not slow. Oh, God. My husband's going to do it. I don't even want to know. Just do it.
Okay. Ready.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to stand back.
Oh, God.
I'm going to use the zoom on this thing.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
1, 2, 3.
Son of a bitch!
You want to do it or no? You ready? There you go. I'll warm you up, baby. There you go.
How did that feel?
Son of a biscuit eater. Woo!
Look at all that ice. Oh my god. Dude, I think you showed Kid up.
Dear Diary, I was just watching Nina's live and I got so upset that I posted her on my stories. But then I heard her say, wow, I was sending traffic to her page and it would help her bring awareness. I really didn't think of that. But then I had to delete it because I didn't realize I was sending traffic to her page. I don't want to send more traffic to her page. That's just not smart. Now I have Katie trying to expose Nina because she posted screenshots saying it was Christy and Ken, and allegedly it's Fancy and Ken. Oh man, I didn't realize it really still exposes that Ken ain't worth anything. And I didn't realize Nina said allegedly in that video. Oh man, I really wasn't thinking straight, Diary. And Joy left it up there to bring more traffic to Nina's page to expose me.
I would like to say the tea is hot, but this post is not going to be your typical funny ha post. Kate and I were on live probably for about an hour and a half. Kate shared her story and her sister's story on, being victims of, her mom having Munchausen by proxy. During that live, apparently, Katie, Joy, Gypsy, and Christy were on this live, or one of them, or all. And the exact same story that Kate told. Katie went on her page and regurgitated it verbatim. And Kate made a post kind of speaking about it, but it was very discouraging to her. I'm going to show you the text messages that she sent me, and I just want you guys to read them. Kate texted me and said, "Hey girl, I'm going to take a break from TikTok. I can't do this. I can't go to war against Katie Joy. I have to remove that video before my life is hell against this crazy woman. It's not worth it. I'm upset right now and I'm boiling." So of course I said, okay, I get it. Just private it. She said, I did. I said, for you only, okay? She put, I posted it out of emotions. I have receipts, but mentally I'm exhausted and I'm not prepared to battle with this crazy girl. I hate confrontation. This isn't what my TikTok was ever created for. I now don't even want to keep sharing how my sister and I survived because of behavior like this. My account is deactivated, and basically pushed her down a road that she just really needs to take a break. She says, I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for having me in your live and a place to share my story. You can share these messages if you want to. You don't have to, but I know your messages and comments will flood with what's happened. I feel like I'm giving Gypsy exactly what she wants, but I have to do this for me. My story, or my sister's story, does not belong to her. To bully real survivors off the app is a level so low I can't describe. Real survivors invalidate her, so our details become hers, and there can't be more than one. So, of course, I was going to ask her if I could share the text messages, but honestly, I wasn't going to ask her today because I just felt like it was insensitive, and I didn't want to, ask her anything that would, hurt her, or maybe I was being insensitive. I just wanted to be mindful of that. She says, it's okay. I know the love and support was there. I know many will ask you. I have triggers, and this is something that I know I can't handle right now. What I just saw hurt me too much. Now, this is not directed towards Katie, Joy, Gypsy, or Christy, because I know that they are very heartless people. And I know it is like speaking to a wall. People like that never change, and they don't have hearts to even have the empathy for people that survived. But the fact that a woman like this is using something like this to manipulate the public, I really want people to see her for who she is, for her being so manipulative and so evil and so conniving and so self-centered and selfish. And I would hope that this would have been a space where Kate would have been able to share her story to even change laws for kids that suffer at the hands of people that suffer from Munchausen by proxy. And unfortunately, that is not able to happen because when you've been abused and had such trauma, something like this you can't share. And this is why I'm telling you, this woman, Chucky, isn't a true survivor or victim of it, because she would not be able to exploit herself for a dollar. And that's all I'm going to say to you guys. I hope you guys have a great night. Yo, let's have a great night. Gypsy Rose and Katie Joy, they're the true bullies. And there's no honor amongst thieves, right? Let me show you guys a few things to prove exactly what I'm saying.
People connected to this family about the issues with the people around her, about Lifetime, about the monetization of this, the exploitation of this. It's just, when you have a machine like Lifetime that's leading the charge and is demanding that people post and push and promote, your voice becomes so small. Like before she had a release and before she was released, my feedback was taken and actually valued. And once the machine started rolling, like my voice kind of got like lost. You know, they don't listen really anymore. And I don't expect them to do what I tell them to do, but they had always been like, oh yeah, you know, maybe we should just kind of lay back and chill out, you know, kind of thing. But Lifetime has money to make. And then they got linked up with this Bree girl, and that was a huge problem because I was like, why do you have her going on there like bulldog attack and like fighting with people and getting nasty with people? It's just not a good look. It's just not a good look. You are correct. And I think because she is so comfortable seeking attention and she grew up with a mom that taught her to seek attention, this is what she knows how to do. She doesn't know how to do anything else. And because she's not really getting therapy or doing extensive therapy, like this girl needs intense therapy, not once a week therapy. But because she is so focused on the money side of things and they've really hyped her up to believe she can make millions. I'm not lying when I tell you that they have an agenda. I mean, hell, Lifetime wanted her to get pregnant for a storyline. It's so gross. I was so disappointed when I found out that they were doing a documentary, this reality show. By the way, it's not a documentary. This is reality TV. Christy, I can understand where she comes from because she's just being a very protective mother. Like she's honestly just trying to protect Gypsy. But I do think that she can sometimes really get
Protect the bag.
Too much feedback that's negative. And I can understand wanting to stop the hate, but and wanting people to see the person you see, but you can't control how other people view you, and you can't control what other people see and the conclusions they draw based on what they know. You can only control what you do. And I've tried to tell them that. I mean, I've tried so many ways to do this, and I don't have anything against Christy. And with Christy, yeah, I know that she's had some issues with Nina in the past, and I've told them, and I asked them and specifically suggested that they not interact with these creators because they're never going to change their mind. You know, like, Nina has a very set opinion of GYPSY, and nothing that GYPSY would do would ever convince Nina that GYPSY isn't who Nina thinks she is, right? And so trying to get into the weeds with her would just cause more conflict. I don't know if that makes sense. I just have tried to remind them that they can't control what other people say about them. But I think, that can be hard if you're not used to this kind of exposure. So there's a lot of misinformation out there about Nicholas Godejohn. And I think one of the challenging aspects is that people just put it all on GYPSY. Like, she manipulated a guy that had a low IQ into doing this for her. And I think it's a very easy conclusion to draw. But I also think you have to remember that the state, in this case, is not going to cut her a deal if there isn't conclusive evidence that she was a victim of abuse. They're not going to give her mitigating factors if there's not evidence that she felt compelled that she had no other way out. And the state was very clear that Nicholas was a very dangerous individual that was looking to hurt people. The challenge with your video and her video, I don't know that it's like her copying you. I mean, she could have been. I don't know what's in GYPSY's mind. I just know that she was getting a lot of feedback at the time from a lot of people that she wasn't looking like an advocate. Not just like people like you or the anti-GYPSY, but feedback in her own life that if you want to be an advocate, you have to look like an advocate. So I can't say. I mean, I think that there would be common themes that most survivors would have and opinions that most survivors would share that are common. Is it directly related to you? She could have seen yours and been inspired by it, maybe. Do you have examples of anything that she's said to you? I don't want to diminish what you're seeing either. I don't want to gaslight you. So there could be. I just don't know.
But you are.
The challenge with...
So here, Kate is showing her medical records and proof. This is the same things that she tried to use, not like her actual proof, but the same things that Kate said she used on there. And then also she combined that with the stuff that Kate said on the live. These are the conversations that are being said. And this is just to show you who this lady really is. And then at the end of all of this, she said this. If any of you have anything to say about Kate sharing this, I'm going to go ham. And the reason why I say that is because Kate, Joy, or Steals Joy, whatever, she's not credible and she's shown who she is. So here she says, I completely understand. Then Katie Joy says, I'm deleting my voice memos only because I don't want them saved. You know, when you're scandalous, you don't want anything to be proven. She says, so is she not able to make profit off of the show? She said, from my understanding, no. She said, I'm just asking just to not to share our conversations either. I have no intentions of sharing. I can't stand the drama surrounding what comes from it. But also at this point, Kate did not know what was really going on. So I believe that all of this needs to be exposed. So if anybody wants to come for Kate, come for me. And the one thing I want to add is, I don't know if you guys noticed, she said before Lifetime came into the picture, her feedback was valued. So Katie Joy is only worried or concerned or care about the fact that they're no longer taking her advice because there is a company like Lifetime standing behind her. Katie Joy doesn't care about any of this. She just wants the spotlight. And I just wonder now how much GYPSY and Christy paid her. How much did you give for the bag? You ain't got to tell us nothing else. But that check that cleared yesterday, how much was it for? Because we know you got a check. Oh, child, you know the tea is hot. So last week, Kate Marie posted a video. And in one of the comments, someone commented this. The person says, physical essay, survivor here. Keep speaking out for those of us who can't. GYPSY Rose Blanchard reminds me of Martha in Baby Reindeer movie.
This is so cringe. Oh my god. God, it's terrible.
Y'all still thinking nothing's wrong with this girl? Because she's definitely a special case. The fact that she's mocking that is insanity. I don't know. What are y'all's opinions? Hey, Jip Jip. I know you think you're slicker than all of us, right? But do you remember this? You posted this picture. It's a new picture of Ken, right? I don't think so. Let's go down a trip down memory lane. Oh, isn't this the same shirt and the same hat? The background even matches that same restaurant. GYPSY, 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 you will never be smarter than the entire internet. That's not how this works. We know there's trouble in paradise. And no matter how much you try to fake it, we know what's what. Anyway, sayonara until you and what's her name, Kate Scandalous Joy, start your shenanigans again today. Bye-bye for now. Looking back at those videos about Kate Marie, it kind of really pisses me off because I actually really cared and she was playing me. And I feel like over this last year, that's happened a lot. That I've looked out for a lot of people on this app, well, on TikTok, and even some on YouTube. And, you know, they're not people that I've really even mentioned or said anything about, but then I've seen shady things happen. And it really makes you really pay attention to things and people, because could you believe Kate had everybody thinking GYPSY was stealing her story when she was stealing GYPSY's made-up story? What? Roger Bond was Diddy's head of security for almost a decade, and now he's saying he saw him beat Cassie and pay people to hide footage. Baby, if this is true, Roger Bond didn't just guard the door, he guarded secrets, and now he's spilling every single one. Let's get into it. Roger Bonds worked as Diddy's head of security from 2003 to 2012. He wasn't some part-time bouncer. He was actually flying on private jets, backstage at concerts, and cleaning up the messes. And you know what type of messes I'm talking about. He was there for the chaos, and now he's talking? When Cassie filed her lawsuit, she named Roger Bonds directly, claiming he tried to break up the 2009 hotel assault where Diddy attacked her. And instead of denying it, Roger doubled down. He made a post that's now deleted on Instagram saying, "This is me telling my truth. I have 4 daughters and I saw things. I was there." He said Diddy was violent, and not just once, not just with Cassie, but with multiple women, including Kim Porter. He also claims Diddy paid $50,000 to get rid of the hotel surveillance footage showing him assaulting Cassie in 2016. But here's the gag. Diddy didn't know Cassie had her own copy, and that's allegedly what she turned over to the feds. Now, if that's true, it's not just a crime, it's a cover-up. Roger says he stayed quiet for years because he feared for his life and his livelihood. But with Cassie going public and other survivors coming forward and Diddy's under federal investigation, he said he couldn't stay silent anymore. He even teased that there were some more victims, more secrets, and more footage. Right now, Diddy's being investigated under RICO and ex-trafficking charges. The Fed seized over 100 devices from his homes. If what Roger says matches what's on those phones and the drives, that's a wrap. His insider testimony could bridge the gap between accusations and convictions. Okay? This isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is decades of silence cracking open. And if Diddy's own former head of security is saying, I saw it all, then the truth is finally knocking at the door. But you know what to do, y'all. Stay tuned, stay seated, and y'all, get your tea kettle because you know the tea pouring don't never stop. All right, so what are y'all thoughts? Just pause for a little second. We're going to watch Diddy, but before we watch Diddy, I'm going to say some tea. And if I end up being right, don't say I didn't tell y'all. So I noticed last week, a lot of people, including myself, was kind of like, well, why hasn't the prosecution asked questions that would like lock things in, right? Like they would ask a question, but it was a question that didn't lock in like a direct answer to Cassie or anything, right? And so I started thinking like, why would they do that? I have a feeling whatever they have on those devices is going to corroborate whatever those witnesses said. And worse. I have a feeling those devices might have some information about Kim Porter's Tupac's Now, I also think there's something really interesting. Remember a couple of months ago, I showed y'all a video about Keefe D supposed to go to court in March, right? For Tupac's unaliving. Well, that's been postponed till February 2026. Why? I think them devices might have something on there. Don't say I didn't say it. If this comes to pass, just say I was thinking quick on my feet. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And I am having a great weekend with my babies. And we're just getting the house organized and going to the pool and stuff. It's kind of rainy and I thought we'd be able to go to the pool today, but obviously we can't. But just know that you guys have been in my thoughts. I hope everybody's doing well. Much love from me. Bye-bye for now.